Concerned about expensive local rent? Or is your cost of living increasing without adequate salary adjustments? How does your working location compare to some of the most expensive in the world? Here's our take on 7 of the most expensive countries to live and work in across the world. Number 7. Singapore. Known for its high-tech innovation and its commitment to a cleaner and greener city, Singapore is one of the world's most expensive city-states. Singapore is a sovereign island nation and is the most developed as well as the most expensive country in Asia at large. The modest spending to live on this island nation is about $2,500, but to live comfortably in the hub of its metropolitan city, one can expect to spend at least $3,200 monthly. Singapore is an island city-state in Southeast Asia, with one of the smallest populations in the world, home to just under 6 million. Alcohol is considered a luxury item, making it extortionately expensive at around $22.04 for a mid-range bottle of wine. To put that into perspective, indulging in a glass of wine in Singapore is 42% more expensive than in America, and it doesn't end there. Buying the new car is more expensive in Singapore than in almost any other country, as the government saddles purchases with taxes and tariffs as a form of traffic control. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment beyond the city center is estimated to cost an average of $1,500 compared to $24 within the city center. That being said, residents of Singapore can earn reasonable wages at an average of $4,000 to $5,000 per month, so their purchasing power is obviously on par. Number 6. Luxembourg. One of the smallest countries on our list, Luxembourg is also one of the smallest sovereign nations on the planet, and it won't leave you with a lot of wiggle room when it comes to your monthly expenses. Luxembourg has a small population compared to many of the other countries on this list, with just under 650,000 inhabitants as of 2023. The nation has an impressive minimum wage of $2,600 for skilled workers over the age of 18, which is one of the highest in the world and the highest in the EU by far. And it's not just Luxembourgers who are benefiting from it, as the majority of the country's workforce is made up of cross-border workers from France and other neighboring countries. When you arrive in Luxembourg City, you can expect to pay around $1,320 per month for a one-bedroom studio apartment or $80 a night in an Airbnb. Luxembourg seems as slightly expensive when it comes to luxuries like beer and coffee, as one beer will cost you around $9 and coffee will set you back $6. Eating a basic meal out will cost between $17 to $25 for one person, depending on what you order. Number 5. Norway. Located in Northern Europe, Norway is a Scandinavian country with a total population of 5.3 million people. Norway shares its borders with Sweden, Russia, and Finland. Norway's capital city of Oslo has some of the most expensive rent prices in the world. A one-bedroom studio apartment in the capital city is estimated to cost around $1,200 a month. The rest of the country is not much cheaper, and it ranks higher on the cost of living index than New York City. The high cost of living in Norway is a result of its social welfare system, which relies on a value-added tax system and minimal variations between incomes among its citizens to sustain its unique economy and socio-economic structure. However, the social welfare system provided by the Norwegian government, as well as the low unemployment rate, are positive results of its pricey standard of living. Food has a lower tax rate of 15%, but is still considered expensive, with beer proving particularly costly. A 12-ounce bottle of imported beer costs $8.05 on average, while one pint of domestic draught could set you back $9. Generally, the majority of people can live a comfortable life in Norway on the monthly budget ranging from $2,600 to $3,600 a month. Although the cost of living in Norway may seem inopportune at first glance, there is no doubt that the local purchasing power is high, and the Norwegian social system provides exceptional benefits for its citizens. Number 4. Bahamas. The Bahamas is one of the wealthiest countries in the West Indies. It comprises over 700 breathtaking islands that are part of the country, out of which only 30 are inhabited. The country has a reputation for being a tax haven, with high-income earners from around the world, as the country doesn't have income or capital gains taxes. Ever daydream about escaping to the paradise that is the Bahamas? Well, island life comes at a cost. If you're thinking about visiting the Bahamas, then you should budget approximately $950 a month for a one-bedroom studio apartment in the city or $149 a night for an Airbnb. you'll need to take at least $50 to $100 with you when you go out for a meal and some drinks, as a basic meal costs around $15 to $20, and a beer will cost you around $2.05. Coffee is a little on the expensive side, at around $5 each. Much like the other island nations on this list, living in the Bahamas comes with logistical challenges that contribute to a higher cost of living. Importing goods makes everything more expensive. Taxes are so high, in fact, that approximately 25% of government revenue in the 2021 to 22 financial year came from import and export duties. Number 3. Denmark. The southernmost Nordic country in Northern Europe, Denmark, is the third most expensive country to live in worldwide. This European country is home to picturesque scenery, a magnificent work-life balance, incredible benefits, and is overall an excellent place to live. However, all of this comes with a hefty price tag. The Danes have an average monthly cost of living that ranges between $2,500 to $3,300 per person. A pair of jeans, for example, carries a price tag of $102, while shoes don't come cheap either, with a pair of Nikes or similar costing $104. However, local purchasing power in the Scandinavian nation is among the highest on our list, meaning residents are much better equipped to cope with the higher cost of living. The reasons for these high costs include some of the highest levels of taxation on income, goods, and services. Nevertheless, by and large, most Danes are happy to pay these high taxes because they're getting excellent social infrastructures, government services, and social security in return. Furthermore, the country offers some of the highest salaries in the world, which evidently makes up for the country's high cost of living. Considering all this, it isn't a bad place to live in, even if it's an expensive country. Number 3. Switzerland. Unsurprisingly, Switzerland is one of the most expensive countries to live in. 4 of the world's 5 most expensive cities were Swiss, according to research conducted by ECA International in 2018, so it's little surprise that life in Switzerland comes with a price tag. With its stunning alpine landscapes, clear lakes, and high standard of living, Switzerland attracts people from all over the world with enticing employment packages. However, as with every destination, there are ups and downs to living in Switzerland. Childcare, dining out, and cinema tickets are just a few examples of the everyday things that you'll pay more for in Switzerland than you will elsewhere, and prices are only getting higher. Cities like Zurich and Geneva are often listed as 2 of the most expensive in the world, with rent for a mid-sized apartment ranging anywhere from $2,000 to $3,800 per month. The overall cost of living for a single person can range anywhere between $3,500 to $4,500. But despite this, most Swiss citizens enjoy a purchasing power that's almost 26% higher than their median cost of living. The catch here is that even though Switzerland is expensive, salaries are typically high and exceed these expenses. Number 1. Bermuda. At over $5,000 a month for accommodation and living expenses, Bermuda is the most expensive place to live in worldwide. Last year, Bermuda surpassed Switzerland to become the world's most expensive country to live in, and it's retained the title in 2023. Bermuda is another British territory located in the North Atlantic with a total population of approximately 65,000 people. Its capital city, Hamilton, is also Bermuda's only incorporated city and has a current population of just over 1,000 people. When looking for accommodation in the city, you're going to need some deep pockets, as a 1-bedroom studio apartment will cost you around $2,700 a month, or $212 a night in an Airbnb. But it's not just rent that's pushing up the cost of living. Like many other island nations, Bermuda produces almost no food or consumer goods of its own, and is completely dependent on commodities being shipped in, usually from the US. As a result, it's the world's most expensive country when it comes to groceries and eating out. If you're a drinker, then get prepared to spend some cash, as 1 glass of beer will cost you a minimum of $10, and dinner will be around $20 to $30 per person. What's more, import taxes in Bermuda are exorbitant, resulting in higher costs on the retail value of everything from food to fuel. In fact, import taxes are the government's second largest source of revenue after payroll taxes. While living in these countries may come with a hefty price tag, many people choose to settle in these locations due to their high standard of living, excellent public facilities, and career opportunities. It's important to weigh the pros and cons of each location and consider your personal priorities before making the decision to relocate. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. If you found it helpful, then make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.